I recently generated a trade that made me $50,000 in a single month. And no, it wasn't because I got lucky. It was because I spent actual months of research and planning in order to make this trade. But once I locked in those profits, I did something that completely changed the game for me. Instead of trying to chase another big trade, I actually rolled the profits into my own AI trading system, which now works every single day by looking for market opportunities. And as someone who spent literally years searching for more indicators, different strategies, and trying pretty much everything under the sun, this honestly is like a breath of fresh air. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the entire thing, how everything actually works under the hood with the AI, allowing me to reinvest and compound my profits that I make from macro trading even further. And how similar to like a business, it's able to take active income and passively compound it into more income. And how you can get your hands on the same exact system that does all the heavy lifting for you. So make sure you leave a like on this video, subscribe, and let's get into it. Now, this whole thing didn't start with some genius idea by any means. It started with me just getting absolutely sick of losing. And once I realized nobody can win every single trade they make, I realized, how do I get as close to that as I possibly can? Like everybody, I really don't care who you are. I'm sure you've seen the guys who are trading with funded accounts and seemingly just never can take a loss. They take losses. Even on the very best setups that they swear are gonna win, sometimes they take L's. And if you're a complete beginner, I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna lose, and you're gonna lose a lot. It's just part of the game, and it's part of learning. But here's the part that literally nobody tells you, and it actually messes with my head because I wrestled with it for years. And it was the part that experience didn't even fix. You can put in 5-10 years and you can still take losses as a day trader and still, even after all this experience, blow accounts and start literally back from square one. And it's like you never saw it coming, and it's like it just doesn't make sense. And this happened to me. Like for the longest time, I thought I was the problem. I was the one that couldn't do it right. Like maybe I just wasn't smart enough or found the right indicator or strategy. Something was wrong. I just needed to figure it out. So I did what everybody does. I kept stacking more. More indicators, more confluences, more screen time, more data, more trading, more. Hours and hours of staring at charts, just trying to figure it out. And I was hoping that things would come together, but in all honesty, they really didn't. But at some point, I stopped. And I asked myself a different question. What if I'll never actually stop losing by trying harder and the problem's actually not even me? What if the problem was what I'm using to trade with in the first place? And that question is why I started building a bot to trade for me. While I actually looked at the other big investment decisions like a fund manager. I stopped trying to become some perfect trader who never loses, because that's a fantasy. That person doesn't exist. Instead, I built something that could cut the losing way down. Something that could actually go toe-to-toe with the market. And once you see how it works, you're going to understand exactly why it does what regular trading never could. Now, honestly, it's nothing complicated. The whole thing really just runs on one simple idea, that the markets are run by machines. And I mean that literally. Most of the actual money moving through the markets is run by algorithms. And not just algorithms, computer systems, quant firms, and guys who are literally spending billions of dollars to move money around in the markets. They're running code that fires off in milliseconds. And it's not some regular dude clicking on a chart, buy and sell. It's machines trading against other machines. And we've come into this market now to where it's no longer trader versus trader. That was the olden days. It's now trader versus machine. And we're coming into an environment to where it will be machine versus machine. So when you think about what's happening when you make a trade, you might picture something like this. You've got your RSI, you got your candlestick chart, and you got your support and resistance. And maybe if you're feeling crazy, you got a moving average on there. The thing is though, is those tools might have worked in the 50s and 60s, but they're built for human pace. And you're sitting there trying to use those indicators, competing with guys on Wall Street who have literal PhDs in math and who have built systems that are literally designed to take money from you. And that is not a fair fight. And that's why it's felt so random and so rigged against you. Because it kind of is. And here's actually when things get interesting. Because these machines are not perfect. Every single time they move big amounts of money around, there's little cracks that can be exploited. Little inefficiencies and little price movements that are honestly too small for the human eye to catch, but something like an AI or a system is able to see. So instead of trying to beat those machines head on, it's actually looking for cracks that the machines leave behind. And that's why it's actually able to pull consistent returns. And that's why I call it the anti-algorithm, because it's not trying to go against these machines, it's just picking up what is leaving behind. And the best part about it is I'm free to trade the way I'd want to trade, the way hedge fund managers trade, and with macro trading, and not sitting there for hours and hours staring at the chart trying to day trade every day. I'm just looking and waiting for the big investment decisions while my AI does the heavy lifting for me. Similar to a job or any other business that's making active income to where you're putting time into it, you can now have that income passively make more income with it. So let me share my screen and show you exactly how this works live. And this right here is my actual trading algorithm. And you can see that this is it making all of the decisions. And if we look at the last couple of decisions that we've made, I will say this. Let me preface by saying this AI is not perfect. It will take losses, but the way here in the method is to mitigate the losses. Now you can see right here, this is a trade. Now this blue triangle pointing upward means the AI took a long position. Now I do want to mention this is on a 15-minute time frame, and this is taking about a trade every single day. Usually every day, the AI is able to identify a setup. But it's not always every day. There's some times where we go maybe even a week without a trade, or we go a day taking 2 trades. It's really what the AI sees and the market is giving us. So you can see right here, we have this long position to where it automatically places our stop loss for us, and it places our take profit as well. And you can see the price comes up and it hits that take profit. You can see another thing right here is it's going short as well. So it's a market neutral strategy. It's going long and it's taking shorts as well. It takes this short trade right here and it hits that take profit, hits the take profit. This one hits a stop loss. So right here in this week, we went 3 for 4. Not bad. That's a 75% win rate. And we can see that these trades happen all the way back. Now, not all of them are going to win, but the ones that do win, and when we hop on a streak, that is great. So you can see right here, these trades go all the way back. And there's times where we don't have a lot of trades happening. And then there's also times where we have a lot of them happening. It's just really what the market is giving us. And the AI is actively predicting what we can see in the markets. We can see that we have a higher probability of the markets going up right here, and we can see that price actually explodes. It's in real time making predictions, and the goal here isn't to predict every single move. It's to measure the weight and the risk managed decision on if we make this trade, what is the probability given by a 0 and 1 value that we will hit the take profit. And if our probability is higher than not, given by our threshold, then we'll go ahead and take the trade. Now, since we've been running this AI, we have seen great results. And I want to say it's up already in the double digits only after a couple of months. Now, here's the deal. We trained this AI on data going all the way back from 2011. We went from 2011 all the way up until 2023. Now, from 2023 up until 2025, we let this AI run on data it had never seen before, with no overhead leakage, no bias, nothing. We just gave it the raw data and it showed these results. Now, these were pretty promising. Now, when we ran it live for around 6 months, we saw very similar results, about the same. So we can say that it is running as planned, and we want to keep it running and keep it going. And this is where I'm going to be keeping my money, that especially that I make from my bigger trades. Now, here's the deal. There's a lot of people that don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest into something like this. And it's not to say that that's what you need, because actually there's companies that will fund you money to trade with, and you can actually use the AI to trade alongside of it. And you can use it as another confluence as well by looking at the probabilities. And it's not just me that this has worked for. I've got guys like Nathan. And when Nathan came to me, he was a total beginner. He was a literal, for lack of a better word, just a Joe. He was a normal, regular guy. And he told me he was a normal, regular guy. He was 19 years old, working at Dick's Sporting Goods, and had 0 trading experience. And by taking the exact same framework of all the things he learned within my group, he was actually able to make his first $20K month as a 19-year-old. That's crazy. But it's not just Nathan either. I've gotten a whole bunch of guys, and I would be here for another YouTube video if I was telling you literally every other person that got a 10K month or 5-figure month and their story. But it's not just about the 5-figure month. I mean, even if you're able to make an extra couple $1,000s here and there, is that still going to be worth your time, especially if you're first starting out? I mean, when I first started out, I was losing money. I would have loved to be making literally any type of money. Now listen, I can't guarantee you're going to see results with anything with any type of investment, obviously, but here's what I can tell you is that trading carries risk. And even no matter how good your system is, this is the thing that never changes, no matter how good your system is. But the thing that the guys in the group are showing you is not because they were a genius with trading or came into this with unbelievable amounts of background or from a Wall Street education degree experience. It's because they actually put in the work. And the only thing that they had was the resources that we have within quant farming, the AI, and the actual framework for placing the trades. Now, if you want to get your hands on a trading system for yourself, and I'm not just talking about this AI, I'm talking about a complete A to Z framework. Whether you're an investor who wants to just park capital into an AI and let it trade for you, or if you're someone who wants to actually understand and master the craft of trading, this is for you. We have a solution. When you come in, I hand you the exact AI system that I've built with my quant team. I put you on calls with literal full-time coaches who also trade full-time and run you through every single setup that the AI takes and also the ones that you're taking as well to make sure that even though you have an AI, that you're not making emotional decisions. But most importantly, I bring you into the community to where you're able to meet with us in person at one of our trading HQs in Phoenix, Houston, or Vegas, and hoping to expand even further soon. The whole thing is designed to take you from your very first trade to your very first funded account, or your way to make passive income in the stock market. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'll leave a link below to book a call with someone on my team to talk about the next steps and to see if this would even be beneficial for you. That is the fastest way you can start using this bot and just let it go. Now, I'm not saying you cannot trade without the AI. You 100% can, but you have to accept that it is going to take more time and effort than if you just had a system to do all the heavy lifting for you. And that's totally fine. If you want to go down that route, you can check out this free trading video that walks you through exactly how to get started as a complete beginner. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit a like, subscribe, and leave a comment on the video. And if you made it this far, I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway. Whoever comments on this video, in the next video, I'm going to be picking a random person to give away a free funded account to. So go ahead, make sure you drop a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.